it's Dirk again, and just wanted to pop in with another quick video. Tomorrow is the big day for me. It begins my next step in the journey to become a over-the-road truck driver. And tomorrow, let's see, today is the 17th of January, it's Sunday. And so tomorrow on Monday, the 19th, or no, 18th, excuse me. Tomorrow the 18th, yeah, 18 comes after 17. There we go. Very good, Dirk. Anyway, yes, today's the 17th. Tomorrow's the 18th on Monday. I will be going down to Gary, Indiana in the afternoon. I'm going to take my own car, which is nice, which is a big advantage of going with Schneider, that has a gigantic terminal here in Chicago that's not too terribly far away from me. It's about, I want to say about an hour, hour and a half drive usually, unless there's traffic. So anyway, check into the hotel tomorrow, Monday afternoon. And then on Tuesday the 19th, bright and early at 0:30 in the morning, have to meet down in the lobby of the hotel at 6 a.m. For a night owl like me, that's going to be fun. So I have to adjust my sleeping schedule. At 6 o'clock, you meet down there. They take your temperature to make sure you're all good. And you jump on a shuttle bus, and that takes you over to Schneider's facility, which apparently is, 5 minutes away, right up the road. So that will start my journey. So what I wanted to do, while in the last several days, obviously I've been doing a lot of stuff to get ready, trying to go through all of the information that I've gotten from Schneider, also all of the information that I have learned through so many different YouTube videos from many of the really excellent drivers that I follow. They've put out some amazing information, and I'm forever grateful to them. That'll be another video in the not too distant future to let you know who are the drivers that really inspired me, because I have watched several channels, and there have been a few that I was motivated to literally go back to video number 1 and binge watch all of them up until present day. And I gravitate towards people that have a positive outlook. I don't like whining, I don't like negativity, and I don't like drama. I like people that provide good information, that have a good attitude, and that are happy and not constantly whining and complaining, because there's a whole hell of a lot of that on YouTube, and gosh, I hope I never get to that place. Anyway, on with the main point of this video. What I wanted to do is kind of, I guess in a way, pay it forward a little bit. I've gotten so much good information from so many of these people, like I said, that really, really helped me in, not only preparing mentally for what I'm about to face, but also, in terms of what the hell do you bring? You're going, or at least in my case, I'm going to this training facility. I'm going to live in this hotel. I'm going to be there for, at least 2 weeks, doing, classroom stuff and out in the back in the yard with the trucks and all that good stuff. And then after that, I'm going to meet my over-the-road trainer, my training engineer, and come aboard their truck, which is, their home on wheels, and I'll be a guest in their truck. So, I don't want to bring, an entire entourage of suitcases and the kitchen sink and my valet and all of that stuff. It's their living room and their bedroom that you're walking into. So what I did is I organized my stuff according, again, to what I picked up from all these other folks, and also from the information Schneider had provided. And I thought, you know what, I should take pictures of this stuff and share it, just, for no other reason than just to maybe, if somebody is a little bit confused or wants some help in terms of what to bring, you can do it my way or choose your own way, whatever, but here's what I did. So I'm going to start off with a series of pictures. First picture you see is a extremely exciting picture of a Padfolio, and actually it's better known as a Padfolio. And this is something that I picked up at Office Max because I found that there's a whole lot of paperwork, that I want to hold on to and that I want to have with me. There's also there's some paperwork that I have to have with me for Schneider for their orientation. And where do you put it all? Where do you keep it? And during training, if you want to take notes, and during training, if there are going to be handouts or whatever, I wanted something to be able to organize and hold all of that stuff. And also thinking forward, thinking ahead a little bit to when I actually do have my own truck and I am working actively with loads. I have to imagine that there's paperwork of some sort, bills of lading, whatever, pickup orders, all of that's, shipping type paperwork that drivers need to be mindful of and carry with them and get signed and, all of that. And I thought this would be something for future into actual driving that I could also use, to keep that paperwork when I walk into these shippers and receivers. Looks professional, it is professional, and keeps stuff organized. So that's what this thing is. It's a Padfolio. And this picture, you can see it open. And what I like about it is that, first of all, it's a zipper open and close, so you can completely close the thing. There's a pad of paper there, obviously, for taking notes. And then what I really like about it, a couple of things. There's a calculator that's built into it, which is kind of nice. That big pocket underneath the calculator, in there I've got, a pair of scissors, a staple puller, a couple extra pens. So, just handy little storage place, for little odds and ends that you always seem to need and you never know where the heck they are. As you can see, I do have a TWIC card. I stuck that in there so that I don't forget it and that I have it, because my wallet is full with other stuffs. And then the feature that I really like is that you can take these manila file folders that you see there on the bottom, with the paperwork that I'm taking with me, and those manila folders slip into a back pocket. So there's a tiny little mini file cabinet, as it were, in the back of it. So, and you can see it there, how these manila folders slide right into that pocket, and neat, tidy, organized. And as I said, for the future, if I'm going into shippers and receivers, that's exactly where I can keep that type of paperwork and make sure that it doesn't get lost or damaged or crumpled up or what have you. Next thing, of course, I don't like to go anywhere without my computer. And what that is, that's a MacBook Pro 13. 13-inch. That toolless sleeve is just a protective sleeve for the laptop itself. Nothing else fits in it, just the laptop. And then, of course, I got a wireless keyboard and mouse. That little blue thing there is an external hard drive. And then, the power stuff. And then that, what do you call that? I don't even know what they call those damn things, dongles or whatever. But that silver thing that's sitting on top of the case, that has all of the extra ports and all of that good stuff. And you can see I put heavy duty Velcro on there. There's also two corresponding squares of heavy duty Velcro on the back underside of the MacBook, so that device actually fits right under there, and I lock it in with Velcro so that I have all of these ports off of the back of the thing, because if anybody is familiar with MacBooks, you know that they only have two USB-C ports on the left-hand side as you face it, and boy, that was one of the stupidest things Mac ever did as far as I'm concerned, having no ports, so you need a big klutzy thing to have ports on the back of it. But anyway, I digress. So there's the computer. And all of that stuff, both the Padfolio and the computer and the accessories, the hard drive, the dongle, the keyboard, the mouse, all of that stuff fits into this little bag, which I found on Amazon, a TomTalk bag. This bag is actually designed for a 15-inch or 15.6 or something like that size laptop. And I chose it purposely because when I have my MacBook in that protective sleeve, it goes from the 13-inch MacBook to about a 15-inch MacBook. So I wanted to keep that extra extra padding and security with it. So this is sized accordingly. So all of that stuff, computer and Padfolio will all the accessories will fit into this bag. Very convenient, and everything's protected. Next thing, obviously, are clothes. Clothes, people always tend to overpack, myself included. So what I did is I kind of packed with the idea of, I'm going to have clothes for 8 days. And then, of course, be able to do some laundry here and there in between, hopefully. So what you see there is, there's a sweatshirt on the bottom right there, which is real convenient to have. Right above that, I figure I'm going to Schneider. So I've got the Schneider orange t-shirts. There's 4 of them in that little stack. So that's 4 days right there. Then you've got the plaid shirts with their little t-shirts. So that brings us up to 7. And I figure the shirt that I'm wearing that day will make number 8. Then I got 8 pairs of underwear, actually 7 pairs of underwear. I've got 3 pairs of jeans there, and I'll be wearing the 4th pair, so I figure 4 pair of jeans is plenty. Then I've got a bunch of black socks and white socks, and then a pair of slip-on Merrell shoes that I've got just because they're easy, they're convenient, they're also waterproof. And they're shit kickers, so I don't care if they get messed up. They're already old and ratty, but they're great. They're awesome shoes, super easy. And then of course the Carhartt boots. Those are awesome boots. Love those things. The boots will not get packed. I'll be wearing those when I go down. All of that stuff I was able to fit in this LL Bean duffel bag. And I put a little tape measure there for reference. I can't remember if this is a large or a medium. Well, you'd probably be able to tell from the tape measure if you're looking on their site. As you can see, it's about 21, 22 inches long. I think it's the large. No, I'm sorry. I think it's the medium. It's the one. It's not the biggest one. It's the next one smaller. Great bag. It's amazing looking fit in there. And one of the things that I really love about it is, and you can't really see it too well in this picture, unfortunately, but there are some snap closures on the top that, before you try to zip the thing up, instead of ruining the zipper trying to close it when you've got it really, really packed full, you can loosen those straps and click them in. And then yank on those straps and tighten it. And it basically pulls the entire bag together so that you can zip it up. It's really kind of a nice feature. So that's the bag. Of course, we're going to be in Gary, in Chicago, essentially. And if you're familiar with where Gary, Indiana is, it is pretty much right off of Lake Michigan on the bottom part of Lake Michigan, which means it's pretty damn windy. So you need a good warm jacket. I'm going there in January. So far the weather's been mild, but that can change on a dime. Tomorrow could be -5. So this is a Carhartt jacket that I found at the Carhartt store that's near me. Really love this thing because it's got Thinsulate lining, so it's plenty warm. There's a detachable hood on it, which is also very warm. But it feels really light when you're wearing it, and the way they've designed the shoulders in this thing, you can see it says full swing, like if you're swinging a hammer or something like that. The movement in this is just absolutely amazing. So you put it on and you feel like you're wearing a sweatshirt. Fabulous jacket. So I got that, and again, going forward driving a truck. You need something good and sturdy, and that is certainly the case with this jacket. The boots, back to the boots, the Carhartts, I've had those. I had to buy protective toe boots when I started with my CDL school. That was one of their requirements. To be on their training yard, they required protective footwear, and you had to have a protective toe. So I found these at Carhartt, which I absolutely love. These actually have a composite toe because one of the things I learned early on, years and years and years ago, when you grow up in Chicago in a cold climate, if you have steel-toed footwear in the wintertime, boy, you're going to regret that really quick because the quickest way to frostbite is having steel toes. They transmit that cold directly to your toes, and you will absolutely freeze. So steel toes are a huge no-no in a cold climate. So these are a composite material. They're made out of like super high-tech polymers and plastics and what have you, but they're fully rated, ANSI rated, and they're waterproof, they're non-marking, they're slip resistant, so they meet all of the the technical requirements of protective footwear. And one of the great things when I first tried these boots on, I slid them on and they felt super comfortable right at the onset, right in the store. And they've only gotten better as they've loosened up and broken in. They're amazingly well built and super comfortable. So I can't say enough about Carhartt. They're a little more expensive, but boy, they're worth it. And to round out the cold weather gear, got a nice pair of gloves, and of course the classic Carhartt beanie. All stuff that if it does get super cold, I'll be ready because we're going to be spending quite a bit of time outside, and I want to be ready for that. The next thing was I needed something to sleep on in the truck with the trainer, and for me, one of the big issues I always have is that I'm 6'5", and I'm 6'5" and 230 pounds. So I'm not a small human, and finding stuff that fits can be a real problem for somebody my size. And I happened to find this at Target because most sleeping bags are built for people that are 5'6", which for me would come up to my waist. So I actually found this one. It fits, as you can see, fits up to 6'5" tall, and I was like, all right, I'm picking this one up. It's a 30-degree bag, so obviously it's not for any outdoor adventures in the winter, but it's for the inside of a truck. So I don't think it's going to get that super frigid where I'd need anything more than that. And more than likely, I probably won't even use it like a sleeping bag. I'll probably keep it unzipped because I get pretty warm. But anyway, so I found that. So that was a great find. And that with a pillow that I have ready. So that is what I'm taking to sleep on. Next thing is all the toiletries, bathroom stuff. I just kind of rounded out everything I need. So on this one, I was thinking in terms of, I want to grab everything that I'm familiar with and I'm comfortable with and that I'm used to using, or, that I may need, for the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not going to be taking all of this stuff onto the trainer's truck. More than likely, I'll keep some of it out. But, I wanted to have all this stuff available because I have the advantage of I'm going to have my personal car with me at training. So, some of this stuff that I have, if I was being, picked up by a trainer, at another company, let's say, just to use one example, let's say if I was going to Prime and, I was having to travel to Springfield, Missouri from Chicago and, be in their orientation for a few days, and then boom, on the road with a trainer for the next 60,000 miles or what have you. I probably wouldn't be taking quite as much as I am, but I have the advantage in the fact that number one, the training is not nearly as long, and number two, I do have my car, so I can really parse things down, which I probably will do. Before I go to the trainer's truck. But anyway, what you see here, starting on that upper left, that Tough Town bottle, that is a local vodka distillery that's owned by some friends of mine. And when the pandemic hit, they switched over their production in their distillery to make a hand sanitizer, and that sanitizer is awesome. It smells great. So I've got that. The next bottle is a antibacterial spray. I figure I want that for any time I go into a bathroom. A public bathroom. first thing that you just spray a big blast of that in there and spray down the toilet and all of that good stuff, just to kill everything. The Listerine, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I made sure to get zero alcohol Listerine. I don't know if they're that fussy, but I know that alcohol on a truck is a big, big no-no. So even I didn't want a chance, even in mouthwash, to have any alcohol, so I went with the zero alcohol. Then, shampoo, some moisturizing cream, because I've got, incredibly sensitive skin and I dry out in certain spots, so I got that moisturizing cream, that CeraVe, which is great. Some Pepto, just in case the stomach starts acting up. Metamucil, which I swear by. I do that once a day in the evening. Keeps everything regular. It's a great thing. Probably TMI, but okay. Face mask and gloves, for obvious reasons. And just lotions, deodorant, toothpaste, some, extra strength Excedrin for headaches, some Tylenol, melatonin. I take 2 milligrams of melatonin before I go to sleep. That helps. A thermometer, some alcohol wipes, in that little blue soap dish off there next to the painkillers, that's filled with Q-tips. And those bags that are right above that little neti pot there, those are saline salt bags. I do a neti pot every time I'm in the shower, just to clean the sinuses out. It's a really good thing. Got my electric razor over there, a brush, a towel, just to have a spare old towel. And the 2 soap dishes there, the black soap dish, or the blue soap dish is for, the body soap, and the white one is for a special facial soap that I have, because again, I've got hypersensitive skin. If I use regular soap, I'll break out in hives. So I'm very careful with that. And then shower shoes, I got my Olokai flip-flops for shower shoes, and just basic necessities, all of that. And those soap dishes, by the way, I should leave a link down in the description to those. Those things are amazing. That is a really cool design. That design of those soap dishes is to keep your soap from getting soggy, but it allows them to air out, and they don't leak. So it's a really amazing design. And I fit, a good big thick bar of Dove soap in there, and it fits perfectly. And, when you're done with your shower and you just kind of flick the water off of the soap and stick it in there and close it, it completely seals so it doesn't leak, but it allows air in and out so that your soap doesn't turn into mush and dries out. It doesn't have to be sitting flat. It could be sitting in any direction. They don't leak. It's an amazing product. So I will leave it a link in the description for that. Actually, I'll leave links in the description for several of these things, like the LL Bean stuff and the Carhartt stuff, whatever. I'll just leave some links there if you're interested. So moving on, I do take a lot of vitamins regularly, and I do have, I'm 55 years old now, so I do have a few prescriptions that I take. So I do have to take some stuff in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And I found these pill organizers on Amazon, and they're really, really wonderful. They have an outer box, an outer clear box, and every single one of those colored little mini boxes just fits in there. And they can be removed, they can be reshuffled, whatever. Like I like to start my week on a Monday, not on a Sunday. So I just reshuffled them around. But I have taken my daily vitamins and prescriptions and loaded them up for the next, as you can see, 4 weeks. So I'm all good to go there. I don't have to be lugging around all of these stray bottles and all that crap. It's all organized. I don't have to think. I just know what day, what time of day, boom, I'm done. So I'll leave a link to those. And this is going to be my bathroom go bag combination. So on the left is the LL Bean Toiletry Bag, which I'll leave a link for. And then I have an old Eddie Bauer backpack, which is ancient, so I won't leave a link for that. I'm sure they make one still that's similar. But it's a wonderful backpack. It's got great compartments in it, and it has those mesh pockets on the sides that are perfect for flip-flops. So when you going to the shower, especially when you're getting out of the shower and the flip-flops are still a little damp or whatever. They're on the outside of the bag and they can dry out. So that's going to be my bathroom go bag. That Eddie Bauer toiletry bag, there is a picture of it. Not the greatest picture in the world, but you can see it's a hanging bag. It's not huge. It's the large size, but it's not huge. It's got all sorts of room in it. It's got all sorts of pockets. Really convenient that it hangs, so everything is there and accessible. So this is it empty. And this is filled with all of that stuff that you saw sitting on the floor before. Not all of it, but a good majority of it. It's all in there. And then you can just seal this thing up and zip it up, and I'll slide it inside, as I've done, into the main bag, and you can see the flip-flops in the side pocket, although I'll put them the other way. I don't know why I put them in that way. It looks like my backpack has ears, but, all good. So I've got everything in there, even the gloves, the masks, all the aspirin and Tylenol, all of that stuff, everything, including the extra towel, all of that is in that bag. It does fully stuff it up, but it's not heavy, and everything's in one place. So I've got that. And this is everything all together. So starting with in the front, that's what I'm going to be wearing tomorrow when I go there. So I got a pair of jeans, underwear, socks, a t-shirt, my Carhartt boots, and everything else. You can see I got the business bag, the laptop, and the Padfolio. I have got my sleeping bag, and my pillow is double bagged in two garbage bags because I don't, if it falls on the floor, I don't want to get nasty crap all over it. And the duffel bag with all my clothes, and the bathroom bag sitting there with my gloves and hats and a pair of reading glasses, so I don't forget those. Because I'm old and I can't see anymore. If I read something, my arms stretch all the way out so I can see it, so I need my readers. Grandpa needs his readers. Anyway, that is it. That is all of my crap that I am bringing. As I said, I'm leaving tomorrow to the hotel, and then Tuesday, bright and early, my journey begins with Schneider. So again, I'm going to leave links for much of this stuff down in the descriptions, and I really do hope it proves helpful. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. Whatever. Comments are welcome. Whatever your plan is, I hope you think it through and plan it out. That's always the best way to attack things, I think. And so that's it for today, and I will try to check in with you guys when I check in with the hotel. And until then, see ya.